Here's a little reminder from New York City how cooked you're about to be. Back in July, the governor announced they're installing barriers to prevent people from getting pushed onto the tracks at the subway. Ew, look at those. Those subway barriers are installed at 100 subway stations across New York City to the tune of $45 million. What do they look like now? Yeah, that should stop it. You know, what a perfectly emblematic example of how leftist policies are completely gone. $45 million. Yo, let this image stick in your mind that this is supposed to prevent people from falling out of the subway or just getting pushed in by some street dweller. Like, oh no, they're gonna bump into this little barrier while all this is open. This is exactly how leftist policies work. Identify a problem that's a real problem, squander an insane amount of money, paying some company $45 million to install these, and then solve absolutely nothing. You could drive a Toyota Camry through that gap right there. Not only does it not solve the problem, it wastes a ton of money. And who's the company that got the $45 million in contracts for those barriers to be installed? They all got rich. And you can fall out of the subway or get pushed onto the subway just the same. Not even taking into account the administrative time that was wasted probably voting and deciding on these, as well as designing them and then deploying the money to install them. And instead of those employers being gainfully and usefully employed in the private sector, really producing something like repairing roads or improving some other project, they were tossing your tax dollars in an incinerator to solve absolutely nothing. That $45 million could have paid the salary for an entire year for 450 police officers at $100,000 a year. And now the already dangerous subways that were dangerous with people paying money to access them will be open to anybody who feels like getting out of the cold for a little while, descending a few flights of stairs, and going for a push. Good luck, dude.